Carmel Vidya Niketan presents The Robe. Master of the earth, in the 18th year of the Emperor Tiberius, our legions stand guard on the boundaries of civilization, from the foggy coasts of the northern seas to the ancient rivers of Babylon, the finest fighting machines in history. The people of 30 lands send us tribute, their gold and silk, ivory and frankincense, and their proudest sons to be our slaves. We have reached the point where there are more slaves in Rome than citizens. Some say we are only looters of what others have created, that we create nothing ourselves. But we have made gods, fine gods and goddesses, who make love and war, huntresses and drunkards. But the power lies not in their hands of marble, but in ours of flesh. We, the nobles of Rome, are free to live only for our own pleasure. Could any god offer us more? Today, we traffic in human souls. The slave market is crowded because the emperor's heir and regent, young Caligula, is coming to buy gladiators. He probably will not be pleased to see me. We conquer the world. We are here today to conquer your hearts and minds. Carmel Vidya Niketan presents The Robe. The best wines of Rome, reserved for the noble families. Let me taste a little more.
Sir,
Who are you? What brings you here?
I am Demetrius. I was on sale in the slave market. Your master Marcellus bought me and ordered me to look for his father's house in this street. I hope I'm at the right place.
A slave? A slave without chains? Where is your chain?
Tribune Marcellus is the kindest human being I have ever met. He removed my chains. Now I am bound by the chains of his love.
How much has he paid for you?
3,000 gold pieces.
3,000 gold coins? 3,000 gold coins? You make me crazy. 3,000 gold pieces could buy 300 slaves like you. Are you serious? I think the slaves do not know counting.
I was bought for that sum. There was a bargain for me between Marcellus, my lord, and Caligula. It turned bitter and the prices soared high. This sum is not my worth. It's the worth of their bitter fight.
Against Caligula? The most dangerous and wicked governor of Rome? Marcellus offended him? Again? That too just for you?
How much are you bought for?
I am the chief servant of this house. The little boy Marcellus called me uncle. In fact, I am a brother to his mother, a stepbrother born of a slave girl. To be a slave in this house is an honor.
To be a slave anywhere is to be a dog.
The door. Open it. Remember to bow.
Good evening, Marsipur.
Oh, good evening, my lord.
Ah, it's you, Demetrius. No household duties for him. He's an educated and trained man. He will be my personal assistant.
An honor, my lord.
You could have run away. Why didn't you?
I owe you a debt, sir. I will pay my debts.
Not a slave's reason. Sounds more like a Roman's noble thoughts.
I am a Greek, sir, from the land of mighty gods and great philosophers.
Yes, I know. In the great days of Greece, we Romans were barbarians, and you were ruling nobles. Marsipur, show him where I keep my clothes and personal belongings. Demetrius, wait.
Yes, my lord.
First, pour me some of that Roman poison, Demetrius. No need to be so formal, Demetrius. I consider you my friend.
Friends cannot be bought, sir, even with 3,000 gold pieces.
Marcellus, are you deliberately trying to cut the ground from under my feet? Or just too much of a fool to understand what you've done?
You mean my difference of opinion with Caligula?
I lead the senators who oppose him, and my son makes fun of him at private banquets, and now humiliates and provokes him in public? I'm fighting for the Republic against the tyranny of the emperors.
I know that.
You know nothing. Nothing but dice and women. And now, by your behavior to Caligula, by these petty slights, you cripple me. Make my fight look like a personal quarrel.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, Caligula is at the door.
for me,
For your son.
Tell him I am not at home.
Give this to Tribune Marcellus when he is at home. Are you not going to read it? The courage of a military tribune must not be squandered in baths and banquet halls. Marcellus is ordered to the garrison at Jerusalem. Marcellus, sail tonight on the Palestine galley.
Marcellus?
That's all? It's a clear expression of his petty revenge. He is a coward.
My son, he is a reckless mad dog. Don't offend him again and again.
Father, where is Jerusalem?
Marsiporus knows it better. He has been there at the court of Pilate years ago.
Palestine. The worst pest hole in the whole of the Roman Empire. A stiff-necked, riotous people, always on the verge of rebellion. Our soldiers are wicked like the men there. Disease takes them off like flies. Some have been assassinated, sometimes by their own men. Seems Caligula hopes to give you your death sentence in Jerusalem.
A Roman soldier, afraid to die? What is this? What is the distance between Rome and Jerusalem?
It's only 4 days, as the crow flies. But we wingless mortals might need 7 days in the sea to touch the gates of Jerusalem. That too, if the gods of winds are merciful to us.
Marcellus, Marcellus, you're the only son I'll ever have. You know what my ambitions have been for you.
I know how I've disappointed you.
Marsipur, he will need his things. Get him ready. You know Jerusalem better than the Jews themselves. Accompany my son. Watch guard over him.
Yes, last time.
Ready at the oar!
Beautiful lady, here to meet you.
It's good to see you, the courageous tribune Marcellus.
It's good to see you again.
Again? Then, you do remember me?
Yes, of course. Let me see now. It was the...
And your promise? Have you forgotten that too?
Promise? What promise?
To marry me?
Was I drunk?
That's not very flattering, Marcellus.
If you tell me when and where I said this, the circumstances...
I remember them perfectly. I'd cut my finger. And I cried. You took a knife and cut your own finger to show me that it didn't really hurt. Then you kissed me and I stopped crying. And then you promised to marry me when we grew up.
Diana, it's you. The gods made you blossom like a lily. Let me look at you. "12 years. What brings you to Rome?"
Tiberius, the emperor, sent me. Since my father died, I've been the emperor's adopted daughter.
But this is Caligula's pavilion.
Empress Julia thinks I'd be good for him. She wants me to marry Caligula.
Caligula? You can't!
He'll be emperor someday. And would that matter, Marcellus, to you?
More than my life. After all, I promised you.
And you'll never know how seriously I took your promise.
Do you intend to hold me to it, Diana?
I might, but I've heard that you've made other promises since.
But only one vow to Diana. Caligula wreaks his vengeance upon me. He's sending me to Jerusalem.
Yes, I knew about it. I came here to tell you that I am going to plead for you to my father, the Emperor of Rome, and bring you back from Jerusalem as early as possible.
But why?
I think he treated you unjustly.
Why? The real reason, Diana. Why?
I have found you again. I don't want to lose you again. Remember your promise? Perhaps you don't believe that a girl of 11 years could fall in love and stay in love all these years.
Tribune, we will miss the tide.
Make Tiberius your emperor father to promise not to give you to Caligula until I come back.
My lord, you make Caligula your bitter enemy again and again. He is more venomous than any poisonous snake in Rome.
Don't take him too seriously.
Try to endure these strives, my son. Grow hard. Watch the hand of the man who walks behind you. Drink in private and sleep with your sword at your side. Take nothing on faith. Bind yourself to no man. Above all, be a Roman, my son, and be a man of honor.
"8 days in the ship has eaten up my nose."
Jerusalem is no pleasure resort, my lord. This is the worst time. The feast they call the Passover. This is when their soothsayers tell them the Messiah will come.
Messiah? What's that?
King, Savior, Redeemer, Son of their God, and a general troublemaker.
And he's coming here?
No one knows. No one knows if he even exists. He is, but he isn't. He hasn't come yet, but he's coming. Every year the same. You will find out, my lord, if you live long enough.
Well, something is happening out there. Perhaps he is coming. Their Messiah.
Something special is happening. That's for certain.
Demetrius, go and check what the hell is happening out there.
There he is!
Demetrius, come very fast. If you wait any more, your master will have you flogged.
Did you see him?
Who?
The man who just rode past.
I was over there.
He stopped here and looked at me. He looked into my eyes.
What did he want?
I don't know. I thought he was going to speak, but he didn't. Only his eyes spoke.
Come on, Demetrius.
I think he wants me to follow him.
Who is he? A general?
No,
A king?
no, he is not a king. He is... I don't know.
Pilate has given orders to arrest that fanatic, the troublemaker.
Who?
The Messiah, the man who rides on a donkey.
What? What did he do?
He has been preaching in the temple, stirring up a commotion.
Well then, why didn't they arrest him so far?
It's not easy. Pilate wants it done quietly. The man has got half the people on his side. We have got to find out where he is at night. And that's like finding one particular ant in an anthill. They all look alike.
You are a shrewd man. You know the land and people very well. I don't care how you handle it. Arrest him soon. I commission you to go with my men and find him out. I don't care how you handle it.
There's one way that never fails, but it will cost you some money.
Demetrius, how much is left in that purse?
8 gold pieces and some silver, sir.
That should be enough.
Give him the purse. Give him the purse. What is the matter with you?
I will report later, my lord.
Pour me some of that wine. Demetrius!
Can you help me? I'm looking for a man.
A man? What's his name?
Jesus. I must warn him.
You're too late. Even now he is before Pilate.
They found him?
He was betrayed to them. And by the one he loved and trusted. By his disciple, who sat at his left hand.
Why?
Because men are weak. Because they are cursed with envy and cowardice. Because they can dream of truth, but cannot live with it. They doubt. They doubt, the fools. They doubt, the fools. Why must men betray themselves with doubts? Tell them, the others. Find them and tell them not to doubt. Even now, not to doubt. Tell them to keep their faith. They must keep their faith.
Wait. Tell who? Who are you?
My name is Judas. Wake up, my lord. Wake up. The duty calls. Wake up.
What is it?
The governor is coming to meet you in 5 minutes.
At this hour? In this place? What's the time?
2 in the morning, my lord.
Sir, I need your help.
Where is my helmet?
I spoke to you of the man Jesus.
Yes, that fanatic.
He has already been arrested, sir.
He has been arrested?
Yes, for a crime he has not committed.
And what do you expect me to do about it?
Intercede for him, sir. I heard Pilate is already on his way to meet you.
When the trial comes up, I will look into it. What is he supposed to have done?
He has already been tried. He has been condemned by Pilate himself.
By Pilate?
Make Pilate understand. If he stains his hand with this blood, he will be a murderer.
That's enough. Pilate is the governor, the Roman governor. If he has decided, as far as I am concerned, that's the end of the matter. As far as you are concerned too, for your own good, you would better forget you ever saw that man. Welcome, sir. Great pleasure to have you here. If you were to order, I would have been at your doorsteps.
Give me water to wash my hands. I have special orders for you. You are to report to Emperor Tiberius at Capri. You must have powerful friends at court.
Well, I suppose I have, sir.
There will be a ship at the end of this week. I have one task before you leave. It's routine.
Yes, sir.
An execution. Today, 3 criminals.
Yes, sir.
One of them is a fanatic. He has a following. There may be some trouble. Some attempt to interfere. Take enough men.
I understand, sir.
I have had a miserable night. Trials, convictions, factions. No agreeing with anyone else. Even my wife had an opinion. Good luck. I am sorry to lose you.
Thank you, sir.
Give me water to wash my hands.
But you just washed them, my lord.
Did I? Oh, so I did.
Some wine before you go, sire?
No.
Your first crucifixion, isn't it?
Yes.
Never driven nails into a man's flesh?
Your go, Paulus. 4. You're lucky today. Tribune Marcellus, I'm finished.
I'm always lucky.
You, bring me that robe. I have a proposition for you, Tribune Marcellus.
Like what?
You'll see. Hurry up! What's the matter with that slave? Where did you find him, Tribune? Throw the dice again, Paulus. Mine by right of possession. First class, homespun, previously owned by a carpenter of Galilee. How much will you risk against it?
11?
Tribune? Lucky again. Tribune Marcellus' first battle trophy for victory over the King of the Jews.
We've done our duty. No need to joke about it.
You can say that. You're going back to Capri to kiss the Emperor's hand. You really have influential friends in Rome. Otherwise, the Emperor would not have called you back in spite of Caligula being against you. And me? I have to stay here in this sinkhole. Get back to your post!
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
They say the storms are judgment.
Ah, superstitious idiots.
They say he's the Son of God.
Maybe he is. I don't know. Ah, throw that cloth over me. Did you hear me? Throw that cloth over me. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
You crucified him. You, my master. But you freed me. I'll never serve you again, you Roman pig. Masters of the world, you call yourselves? Thieves, murderers, jungle animals. A curse on you. A curse on your empire.
What's wrong, Marcellus? Are you ill? Let me help you.
No one can help me. It's enough that I met you again, Diana. I'm back in Rome, with you. I'm safe.
Is there any trouble so great you can't share with your future partner?
Ever since I went away, you have been in my heart. Your image in my eyes. Your voice in my ears. Voice. Voice. Don't you hear that voice? The hammer striking the nails. The cry of the innocent man.
Marcellus! Marcellus! You are ill. You need rest.
Sit close to me. In my illness in Jerusalem, your thoughts were my only link with sanity.
Sanity? What do you mean by sanity? What is this, Marcellus? Tell me.
Don't come near me. Keep away. I am cursed. I am doomed.
No, Marcellus. No. Tell me what happened.
Soon enough, you will learn the truth. I am ill, as you guessed. But it's all in my mind. I hear loud cries. I hear curses. I am mad. I'm sorry. I heard the sad news that Emperor Tiberius, your father, was murdered by the wretched Caligula.
Your arch enemy is now the Emperor of Rome.
My lord,
What is it?
a message from the new emperor, Caligula. He is coming to meet you at once.
No, you can't meet him now. Not till you have rested.
It's no use. He already knows about my arrival. My own men. They ran to report to him as soon as I arrived.
Caligula is a dangerous animal. I'll stay with you.
No, that would just make things worse. You are his lost love. He will be enraged to see you with me. You know all our competitions in the past.
I can't leave you alone. You are ill. Come what may, I will be with you.
Welcome back from Jerusalem, Tribune Marcellus. Bow down to your new emperor.
I bring you dispatches from Pontius Pilate.
Then they must hold bad news. Tell me, what was your impression of Pilate?
It's not my place to.
I'm asking you, did you find him capable?
Yes, sire. He's considered a good administrator.
Stern, as befits a Roman governor?
I'm sure of that, sire.
Just?
I can't say.
Why not? Surely you can give me some sort of an answer. Tell me, Tribune Marcellus, what happened out there?
What happened? Were you out there? Can't you hear that? What happened? Were you out there? Can't you hear that? Can't you hear that?
Marcellus, sir, he's ill. Let me take.
Leave him alone! Stand back! Tribune Marcellus, you are a Roman officer. I command you to get control over yourself.
Yes, sir.
This report of pilots and your own condition hint alike at a serious situation. Now speak!
Please, Marcellus. He wants to help you.
I killed. In Jerusalem, I was commissioned to crucify a criminal called Jesus. He was called the Son of God by his disciples. He was a miracle worker, but for Jews, he was a blasphemer. They forced Pilate to kill him. I killed the Son of God. I killed the Son of God.
The Son of God? What God?
I don't know, sire. I don't know.
And you lost your wits when he looked at you?
No, it was later when I put on the robe.
What have you gentlemen to say? You were with him?
Sire, the clue to this man's insanity is in the robe that bewitched him.
Go on.
Plainly, there was a curse on the robe. His only chance is to find it and destroy it.
An interesting notion.
He's right, sire. He must be right. The robe was bewitched. Let me find it, sire. Destroy it.
If you do, your mind will be restored. But it's with Demetrius, your slave. He has escaped from you with it.
A lost robe in the hands of a runaway slave? What chance would you have?
He couldn't get away. He must still be in Palestine with the other followers of the dead man. He had disciples. Is there in Pilate's message?
Sire, who knows what powers he left to these disciples? Magic formulas, potions. Beware, sire, beware.
Is he not dead? The Son of God?
Evil never dies. It lives in the air, in the robe, everywhere.
Tribune Marcellus, I give you an imperial commission. Go to Jerusalem. For yourself, find this robe and destroy it. For Rome, seek out the followers of this dead magician. I want names, Tribune. Names of all the disciples. Of every man and woman who subscribe to this treason. Names, Tribune. All of them. No matter how much it costs or how long it takes, you will report directly to me.
I understand, sire.
A ship will be put at your disposal. You will leave at once on the first tide. That is all.
By the order of the Emperor, I am authorized to pay 20 pieces of gold for information concerning the robe, which once belonged to the criminal called Jesus. crucified for sedition in Jerusalem. 20 pieces of gold. It's said to be homespun, red in color. The penalty for concealment is death. Start the search.
Are you the fisherman?
Tribune Marcellus, I heard very much about you. What do you want?
My business is with Demetrius.
This is my house. You are wasting your time.
Well, I was told that if I wanted to see him, I had to come here.
He doesn't want to see you.
I'm sure he can see that for himself.
You will never get him back.
I have studied your teachings. I have nothing against you. But what have you to offer all these people? The company of slaves and beggars? The refuse and enmity of Rome? The poverty and self-denial? Prayers, tears, persecution and death? You are preaching of that dead Jew? A God who allowed his own son to be killed?
He is not dead. He still lives.
He was crucified. That was the end of him.
That was the beginning. He is with his Father. But he left his word with us and taught us how to use it.
Do not confess sorcery. You will make things worse.
He was no sorcerer, Marcellus. He cast no spells. He asked us to build our lives with love. To build a new world with love.
Words are built on force, not on charity. Power is all that counts.
Perhaps we have something better than power. We have hope, and we live in that hope.
Hope. That amuses me. Why should one want to live out such a dull life? Forever holding on to some ridiculous hopes. To be a Christian is a dull life. A dull life with some rules and commandments issued by a dead God.
They come from above, that keeps our hope alive, that gives us eternal life.
Well, go on. Tell me about it.
They are very simple. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
Stop! A commandment against everything. Don't look, don't touch, don't fight, don't breathe, don't live. Is there anything human in your religion?
When the truth is ugly, only lies are beautiful. And you have it plentiful.
Be careful, Peter. My claws can be sharper than the tiger's. I drive nails in the flesh. I enjoy the sound of hammers. What is this? Can't you hear that sound? Can't you hear that? The robe! Keep it away! Burn it! Burn it, I say!
It will bring you close to the one who wore it.
Keep it away!
You think it is the robe that made you ill. But it was your own conscience, your decent shame. Even when you crucified him, you felt it. The spell isn't in the robe. It's in your own heart and mind. Don't be afraid of Jesus, Marcellus. It was for your sake he died, for the sake of all of us.
We came unto the sepulchre and found the stone rolled away, rolled away. The great stone was rolled away. sepulchre and found not the body of Jesus. And lo, a voice spake to us, saying, Why seek ye the living among the dead, among the dead? Oh, seek not the living among the dead. For he said unto you in Galilee, the Son of Man must be delivered into the hands of sinful men, and be crucified, and rise again, rise again. The Son of Man must rise again. And lo, Jesus appeared to us and showed us his wounds, and he said unto us there, Go ye therefore the blessed, and teach all the nations, and I am with you always. I am with you. I am with you, even to the end of the world.
Demetrius and I will leave in the morning. We go to Syria, Lebanon, then Greece, Sicily, and finally Rome itself. Everywhere we will find friends. Everywhere his kingdom grows. And you, Marcellus?
I suppose I'll go back to Rome.
Demetrius and I wondered if you would come with us.
You want me to?
We can always use courage and devotion.
No, it's impossible. I can never be one of you.
Why not, Marcellus? Is there something you want to tell me?
Yes, I'll try.
If it will make it easier, let me tell you about the burden I carry. The night Jesus needed me most, I denied him. Not once, but 3 times. I swore I never knew him.
I crucified him.
I know. Demetrius told me the whole story.
And you can forgive me?
He forgave us from the cross. Can I do less? That cross is the cross of salvation, the cross of forgiveness, the cross of love. Now, does anything stand in your way? Can you be one of us?
From this day on, I'm enlisted in his service. I offer him my sword, my fortune, and my life. And this I pledge you on my honor as a Roman.
What have you to report, Marci Porus? Where is your master Marcellus?
This is very interesting, sire. Marcellus has turned out to be a traitor. He has become a Christian.
A Christian? What do you mean by a Christian?
A follower of Jesus, the troublemaker whom Pilate ordered him to crucify. The legends speak of Jesus as the Messiah, the one who does not die. And all his followers say they are not afraid to die either.
Don't waste my time with legends. I want to know one thing. Why are they after this dead Jew called Jesus? Is he not dead? Why are they not afraid to die?
Perhaps he is not dead, sire.
Not dead?
According to their superstition, their king, this Jesus, claims to have overcome death, not only for himself, but for all who had faith in him. These are his words as a spy reported them.
You mean those Christians thought they were going to live forever? Ridiculous!
Of course, sire, of course. But the point is, they believed it. Therefore, they were not afraid.
Everyone's afraid of death. Are you prepared to die now? Of course you're not. You're sweating. Your knees are shaking. Very amusing. Death's 1 inch from your heart. One little push on the dagger. Shall I? Mercy for us.
If you do, sire, my knees will stop shaking. I will not sweat anymore. I won't be half as amusing dead as I am alive.
The question is he alive? Suppose it were true. Suppose this Jesus had found the secret of eternal life.
It's only superstition, sire. Our philosophers have disproved the idea.
Philosophers? Their brains are full of fungus. I have the power of life and death over every being in the empire. My power is as great as any god's. True?
True, sire, true.
Then why should I have to die? Why should I have to suffer death like any plebeian, any slave? Perhaps there was a spell to make one immortal, like a god. How did Jesus, who claims to be the Son of God, get this power?
Perhaps it is the power of that robe, my lord. The robe that made Marcellus sick. I heard that the same robe made him well again. It has a spell, sir. It has real power to give life forever.
Where is that robe? The robe of this Jesus?
The slave Demetrius, for whom you and Marcellus had a competition, had kept it with him so far. By the touch of it, Marcellus was cured of his illness. He and the fisherman, the head of the new group, are working many miracles with that robe. It's very powerful, sire.
Snatch the robe away from the slave and torture him to death. Let me see if he dies or lives like his Messiah. And my competitor Marcellus, order him to be in my presence for a trial for treason.
Let us not mourn him merciless. Let us rather envy our friend, that he could go joyfully and with pride in the service of his belief. Jesus spoke to us of death, the night he faced his own, the night they took him before Pilate. It was our last supper together. After we had risen from the table, he washed our feet, and then he spoke. He told us that in his Father's house there are many mansions, that he went to prepare a place for us there, that where I am, he said, there you may also be. Our friend is in our Father's house. Someday we'll all walk that same road, and at its end we will find them, find our Master and his everlasting love.
I know what you're saying is true, Peter. But it's still in my mind that only yesterday he was warm and with life. Young, breathing, laughing. Now he is.
He never doubted.
I'm sorry, Peter. But I loved him so much. Why? Why did God forsake him? Why are we forsaken by our Lord?
Even Jesus himself on the cross thought he was forsaken.
I remember.
Only you, of all of us here, have that memory. You saw him on cross. But we all saw desolation give way to joy, death to life. My friend, while I am away in the north, you will be my eyes, my ears, my voice for the Christians of Rome. This was our Master's robe. He wore it when he healed the sick. He wore it when he comforted the sorrowing. He wore it when he spoke to the multitudes as no man has ever spoken. He wore it when he went to the cross to die for us. Give it for me. Give it. Demetrius saved it for us. And he died for this robe, for his faith. God be with you.
Marcellus!
Diana!
Why have you kept away from me for so long? It's almost a year.
I would have come sooner. But Caligula has decreed against us.
Caligula said?
I can imagine what he said.
Whatever you are not a traitor. If you're still ill.
No, I'm well. Really well. For the first time in my life.
You found the robe?
Yes, here it is. See, here.
Why? It's just ordinary homespun. Was it really bewitched?
In a way, it changed my life. In time, it will change the world.
I don't understand.
It's a long story and a very strange one.
About the robe?
Yes, about the robe and the one who wore it.
I have brought you news. The Emperor Caligula killed Demetrius.
We did learn about it, but we must keep our faith.
Faith in what? This new god of yours? He couldn't save himself. They crucified him, and they'll kill you too.
I can't leave my fellow Christians. Peter has asked me to take care of them. Keep our faith alive while he is away.
But you leave me. I love you. Does this dream of yours mean more to you than our love? Marcellus, what you've told me is a beautiful story. But it isn't true. Justice and charity. Men will never accept such a philosophy.
In Cana, I lived with people who were not afraid because they believed in Jesus, who was a carpenter. No, he was everything, the real Son of God. But I crucified him. He forgave my sins and saved my life, and now I owe my life more than anything to him. Yes, Jesus has made me his own.
I want to think as you do, but I can't do it alone. I can't do it without you. My faith in what you told me isn't strong enough. If you die, I'll believe that you died for nothing.
Diana, don't cry. I was expecting this to happen.
I will pray that we see each other again, Marcellus. Your father is powerful. Caligula can't just kill you.
He will prove your guilt.
You traitor!
Diana, stop! I have seen a traitor, Judas, in Jerusalem. A disciple loved by Jesus, our Master. The burden of his conscience made him hang himself. Leave him alone. Let him talk to his conscience. Diana, my Master commanded us to forgive and love our enemies. He has taught me that the world is not ruled by force, but by love. Do you believe in my God, Jesus Christ?
Yes, but my faith is not strong. I am afraid. I need you. Let's go together.
Welcome, Marcellus and Diana, my lost beauty. Is that the robe? The robe of your God? The robe that gives eternal life? Give it to me!
My lord.
Rise! I command you with the power of this robe, rise from the dead! You said it has the magical powers to raise the dead. You said it has healed many. No, it's a fraud. You've cheated me. Is this the robe of Jesus, your God?
This is what you're looking for, sire. The robe that Jesus of Nazareth wore to the cross.
You lied. It has no magical powers.
I never said it had.
It's a fraud. And so was Jesus. I ordered him to rise. He is still dead. He is dead like your God. Greetings to our loyal Senator Gallio. The proceedings here today will interest you. Diana, come. You will sit by me. Your place is where your emperor decides. Isn't that so, Senator? You don't look very happy. There isn't a woman in Rome who wouldn't pray for this honor.
There's only one man at whose side I pray to sit.
Senators, Romans, as you know, there exists today in our empire and even in Rome itself a secret party of seditionists who call themselves Christians. They have enlisted in their ranks ignorant lot of working class as well as slaves. We have known slave uprisings in the past. We remember Spartacus. But now it grieves us to inform you that one of our own tribunes has betrayed his trust and joined this party of conspirators. You, not we, shall be the judges of his treason. Tribune Marcellus, have you been informed of the charges against you?
I have, sire.
You stand before the senators and nobles of Rome. They wait to hear your defense.
It is true that I am Christian. It is not true that those of us who follow the teachings of Jesus are engaged in any plot against the state.
But isn't it a fact that you call this Jesus a king?
Yes, sire. But his kingdom is not of this world. He seeks no earthly throne. He reigns over the hearts and the minds of men in the name of justice and charity.
And are these virtues not to be found in our empire?
Was it justice or was it charity that gave me my orders when I put Jesus to death on the cross?
You put him to death? Then why are you risking your life for him?
I owe him more than my life. He forgave my crimes against him.
Crime? Do you maintain that it's a crime for a Roman soldier to obey his orders?
This empire is governed by men. And men sometimes make mistakes. And this was the greatest mistake ever made by Rome.
So, the empire makes mistakes. And perhaps the emperor himself makes mistakes.
Sire, it is I who am on trial here, not you.
Tell me, Tribune, do you expect us to believe stories that Jesus could heal by the touch of his hand, make the crippled walk and the blind see again?
It makes no difference whether you believe them or not, sire. All that matters is that there is no story that he ever made anyone blind. No story that he made anyone a cripple or ever raised his hand except to heal. Sire, if you had the chance I had to talk with those who knew him, to learn what was in his heart.
Stop! Are you trying to convert me to your treason?
I only want to show you your opportunity, sire. If the empire desires peace and brotherhood among all men, then my king will be on the side of Rome and her emperor. But if the empire and the emperor pursue the course of aggression and slavery that have brought agony and despair to the world, if there is nothing left but chains and hunger, then my king will march to right those wrongs. Not tomorrow, sire. Your Majesty may not witness the establishment of his kingdom, but it will come.
You have heard him. He stands convicted out of his own mouth. What is your pleasure?
Death! 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 Death!
You see, it is the will of the people.
The will of your slaves and parasites. How dare you speak of justice? He's not a traitor. You haven't proved that, and you never will.
Then listen. You will see that I am just. Listen, Tribune Marcellus, you stand condemned to death. But it is our desire to be merciful. We give you a chance to repent your treason and go free. Kneel to us and renew your oath of loyalty to your emperor. Renounce your allegiance to this dead Jew who dared to call himself a king.
Sire, with all my heart I renew my pledge of loyalty to my emperor and to Rome. A pledge which I have never broken.
And the other, Jesus, renounce him so all can hear.
I cannot renounce him, sire. Nor can you. He is my king, and yours as well. He is the Son of God.
And that is your answer?
Yes, sire.
Tribune Marcellus, we decree that you be taken immediately to the palace archery field and put to death for high treason.
Sire, Marcellus is my chosen husband. I ask to go with him.
No, Diana. There is no reason for it.
Stand back! You are not on trial. There is no evidence against you.
Then, if it pleases you, sire, I'll provide evidence. I have no wish to live another hour in an empire ruled by you. You dare to call yourself a Caesar? Once the Caesars of Rome were noble, but in you, noble blood has turned to poison. You corrupt Rome with spite and malice.
Stop! Stop it!
That you should be Caesar? Vicious, treacherous, drunk with power, an evil, insane monster posing as emperor.
Stop it!
As for me, I have found another king. I want to go with my husband into his kingdom.
Then by the gods you shall! Go! Both of you! Into your kingdom! Quintus! Take them and burn them alive! Let them go to their kingdom! They're going into a better kingdom! They're going into a better kingdom! They are going to meet their king! They are going to meet their king!